Hi, my name is Neil Kelleher. This is a look at using the Chinsym Chinese Character Dictionary and the Easy Lookup System to find or to look up traditional Chinese characters or symbols. And actually that's what Chinsym stands for, Chinese symbols. The Easy Lookup System is made up of 12 Easy Lookup keys, or if you like, Easy Lookup characters. The first 5 of these Easy Lookup keys are actually derivatives of a box shape. So the first of the keys is actually called box, and it's a complete enclosure, 4-sided enclosure. The next key is called cover, and it is a 3-sided enclosure with the bottom removed. The next shape is called bottom, and it is a 3-sided enclosure with the top removed. Left is, you could think of it better as a top left corner, so it has a horizontal stroke which meets a vertical stroke at the left edge of the line. In some cases it can also contain a horizontal line which joins the bottom of the vertical line. Right is a top right corner, so a horizontal line with a right-sided vertical line. That can be vertical or slanted. And this character too, or this shape too, may have a horizontal line at the bottom. So those are the first 5 lookup keys, easy lookup keys, box derivatives, either a full box or a box with 1 or 2 lines removed. The next 3 easy lookup keys are based on the line. So the first one is a horizontal line, simply horizontal. The next one is 2 lines crossing, and they can be, so a vertical line and a horizontal line crossing, and they can be oriented straight up and down, but they could also be turned, so more to look like a letter X. And the final key in this group is the vertical line, and this can be vertical line by itself. It can pierce other shapes, and to differentiate it from the cross shape, it could have a line to the right of it or to the left of it, but not a line piercing it. It may pierce a box shape or a cover shape, as you can see here, but it won't be crossed by a clean horizontal line. So the final 4 easy lookup keys are non-linear. The first shape is called hat, and it's comprised of 2 horizontally opposed strokes. They might angle down and out, or they might angle down and in, as in these characters here, and they may or may not have 1 or 2 strokes, lines between them. The next easy lookup key is the dot shape, and this can be atop any of the previous shapes. It might be atop other dots, it might be atop a box shape, a cover shape, a left shape, or even a right shape, or it may be atop a horizontal line. The second to last, the penultimate easy lookup key is the hook shape. You could think of this as a bent line, either a vertical line with a hook to the right, or a bent vertical line bent with a bend facing the left. One character to note in particular in this group is this character, the symbol for woman. This has a right shape within it, so that would be the leftmost part. It also has a hook shape, which is a topmost part. So in this case, the character in this case is listed under the hook element. There are some characters where you may have to look for a character in 2 places, but as you get more familiar with the easy lookup key, it becomes easy to figure out which easy lookup key a character would be listed under. And the design of the menus is designed to make it as easy as possible to figure out which key to look under. Now, the final shape is the slant shape, and it is similar to, in some cases similar to a vertical line, in some cases it's similar to a horizontal line. So it's a line that moves down and to the left. So these are the 12 easy lookup keys. So you can click on any of these And directly below the lookup keys, you'll see a derivatives menu, a horizontal derivatives menu. So these are the basic shapes which derive from the easy lookup key. So in the case of the horizontal line may have lines or crosses or shapes dangling below it. And perhaps more importantly, there's also a vertical derivatives menu, and this is a bit more detailed. It includes variations of each derivative. So if you're not familiar with the dictionary, or if you're having trouble trying to locate a character, then the vertical derivatives menu with the variations is perhaps a place you can look and you can scan through. And so let's just take a look through. So going to the left, these are the derivatives of the left easy lookup key. These are so going to the vertical menu, these are the variations. So if we click on, say, this one, so this takes us to the variations index. So here you can see this variations index is quite small, so it's easy to scan through to see what characters are there. And if I click on that character to go to an actual entry, this is the character for soldiers. Each entry contains the English definition at the top, or a single English definition, the pronunciation in pinyin. And below that is the Tianjie input code. That's a method of inputting Chinese characters based on their shape. So for example, this character, which is associated with the letter O, would represent this part of the character right here. The M shape would be, actually be this part right here. And the C shape would be these two dots below it. So you can actually use Tianjie inputs to input a character based on its shape as opposed to its pronunciation. To the left of the entry is the radical, so the actual radical shape, and its number, so this is radical number 12. And then to the right is the stroke. And just as a quick note, you can use these arrows to go to the next entry or the previous entry. And as you can see, the entries in this dictionary are organized by shape, so similar shapes are grouped together. Now at the bottom of each entry, so the bottom of an entry is defined by a horizontal line, but at the bottom of an entry there's the character again. So the character at the top is called the head word. So you see the head word again with a variation of it in a handwritten font, or a font that's used to show how a character might look when handwritten, but also more English definition. So this actually is not the character we looked at initially, but this character is pong as in ping pong, going back to the original definition soldiers, so it can be military. So at the bottom of the entry, or near the bottom of the entry, there are further English definitions: soldiers, military, army, arms as in weapons, warlike. And then below that, not every entry contains it, but you'll find words containing the head word. So words are combinations of two or more Chinese characters, and each word contains the pronunciation in pinyin and then the definition. And just as a note, you can click if there's a word. So the head word is unhighlighted, but if there are obviously there will be other characters in the word. You can click on those characters directly from the word to go to the entry for that character. So now that we've gone through the easy lookup index, let's actually try to use the Chinsym Chinese Character Dictionary to look up some characters. So I have an array of characters to the right of the screen. So starting with the very first one, which is a box shape. So straight away we can go to the box menu, or even, let's say we weren't familiar with the easy lookup system, so it's scanned through here, looking through on the left at the top row. That looks like the character there. So let's say we click on that. Then we look at the horizontal menu, and there's two box shapes, one slightly bigger. So let's click on the big one first. And all the variations of this derivative have shapes within it. So if we click on that, the definition or the meaning of this character is enclosure, as the pronunciation way. So kanji code is B and M, and it means surrounding. So we could, let's go back to the top now. Now since we're already in this menu and it's right adjacent, we can go to the next shape, which is a smaller box shape. Notice all the variants are, this box shape has nothing within it, it's actually to the left of all its variations. So clicking on it, this is the character for mouth, ko, and it actually has a slightly different Tanja input code. Is just the letter R. And here it is in written form. Its meaning is mouth. Other meanings include gate, entrance, opening. So now let's look at the next character, which is this symbol. It could be divided into a left and right part. Looking at the left part first, again it's a box shape, and a small box shape to the left of another part. So going back to the top, since we're already in that menu, let's look now at the right part. And here what we can do is, to the side of the variations, there's another easy, to the left of the variations index, there are easy lookup keys. We can use these to help fine-tune our character search. So in this case, looking at the right side, it's two box shapes stacked vertically, each one with a horizontal line. So in this case, we now look at the box line of this variations menu, and we scan across looking for two vertically stacked boxes with horizontal lines. There it is there. Click on it. Character for sing, call loudly, chant. Now moving on to the next character. This character also has a left and a right part. The left part is a hook shape with a right shape. So we could think, maybe we have to look at the right shape first. We have to look at the right. We have to look for this character. We could think that we have to look for this character under the right shape. So we go to the right shape. Look for any right shape mixed with a hook. There's nothing there. Nothing looks promising. So, okay, let's look at the hook shape. Here's a hook shape combined with a right shape. We click on that. Here again we have the easy lookup menu or easy lookup keys at the side. These can be applied to the second part of the character. So the right side of the character has a right shape, below it a hook shape. So looking under the right easy lookup submenu, so here's a right shape with a cross shape beneath it. This is a right shape with a dot and another right shape. So we click on the previously mentioned character. It is the character for good. This is its Tanja code. Notice how the first part of the Tanja code is actually the very same, corresponds to the left part of the character. So good. Character also means okay, pleasant, well, wonderful, etc. It also has two pronunciations, how and how. And here it shows the second pronunciation, the fourth tone, could mean love, like, prefer. Next character. This character could be divided into top and bottom parts. At the very top is a dot. Just below that is a cover shape. So let's have a look. Going to the dot menu, scanning down the vertical list. Here's a dot on top of a cover shape. And looking at the variants, here's a dot on top of a cover shape. Looks reasonably like the character we're looking for. So below the top part there's a horizontal line. Below the horizontal line is a left slant or a slant with two more slants which are more or less parallel but below the initial slant. So scanning down, here's our shape here. Scanning down the easy lookup keys, horizontal line, horizontal, scanning across there, horizontal line with with 3 slants below it. Here's a horizontal line with a slant, but it's got a box below it. Clicking on it, family, home. Here's the Tanja input code. Other meanings: household, domestic, residence, writer, specialist, etc. Next character has a dot at the top, a dot at the left, dot at the right, and at the bottom is a curved stroke. Could consider this the right part of a hat character. Actually, we could consider these 2 strokes to be like a hat character, but let's consider them as a dot since they are fairly dissimilar. So going up to the top, clicking, we're already in the dot, scanning down the vertical. Here's a character with 3 dots, or is a variation with 3 dots, and a curved line below. Click on that, click on it again, it is the symbol for heart. Notice here the Tanja code, exactly the same. The P, which could stand for pump, which is what the heart is. The Tanja code for heart is itself. Has the meaning mind, spirit, center, soul, idea, target. Okay, next. This character has a left and a right part. The left part has a vertical line with 2 dots either side. So let's have a look at the vertical menu, clicking on the header word, then going to the top. Let's look at the vertical. Scanning down, so it's got a dot to the right, but actually this left line is the key part. It's got a square or box shape, pair of lines, a dot to the right, nothing there, 3 dots to the left, or 2 dots. So now nothing really there. Let's look at the dot menu. So we look at the dot menu. Right where we were before. So beside the previous character there is a vertical line with 2 dots beside it. We click on it. Now let's look at the right part of the character. It's a cross shape. A cross shape with 2 horizontals and a hat below it. The first horizontal has a hook at the end of it. So going to the cross, easy lookup submenu, scanning across, looking for 2 horizontal lines. Here's 2 horizontal lines. 2 horizontal lines. 2 horizontal lines with a hat, and the first horizontal has a hook shape. Fast, kwai, means quick, swift, rapid. Notice the Tanja code. The first part, P, is the character we were looking at previously. If you look at the second part, this character here looks a little bit as a cross shape, And this character, this final character, has 2 legs below it, or a hat shape below it. This character also has a hat shape below it. Now, next character, please. It's a box shape, but this box shape has a shape within it. And that shape has a cross shape. So let's go to the top. We're going to go to the box menu, scanning down. The first derivative has variations with shapes within it, so we click on that. And scanning along, we're looking for a cross shape with 2 legs. So here's a cross shape with 2 legs. And below, so this character had 2 parts, top part and a bottom part. The bottom part below is the character we're just looking at, the 3 dots with the stroke below it. And here it is right here. We click on that. Favor. And this is the Tanja input code. Has the meaning grace, other meanings grace, kindness, gratitude, even charitable. Next, the top line of this could be looked at as a horizontal, but note that it slants to the bottom as it moves to the left. So this would be under the slant, easy lookup key. So going to the top, looking at the slants. So the first variations, or the first derivatives rather, are fairly steep. Getting further down, here the slant is quite shallow, has a cross shape underneath it. And actually, what are we looking for? We're looking for a cross shape with 2 horizontal strokes. And below the 3 dots here, here, cross shape with 2 horizontal strokes. And actually, something else to look at, the vertical line has a hook to the left. This cross shape has a line which sweeps to the left, sweeps to the right, hooks to the left. Well, anyway, let's look at that. Here, the vertical line sweeps to the right, has 2 horizontals. Here it has a hook to the left. It's the character for hand, show. And its tangent code is itself, Q, maybe question, asking a question, holding up your hand to ask a question. Do by hand, skilled, handmade, those are other definitions. This character here could be a slant with a vertical line. They meet right at the corner. So this is actually a left shape. Within it, a horizontal line and a vertical line below it. So going back up to the slant menu, and actually what we could do, could look at this here. So we're looking for, no, actually, I said we're on the corner menu, left. So going to the left corner, scanning along. So the top line isn't a horizontal, it's a slant. So here we see a slanted top line, left vertical. Clicking on it, looking down, we're looking for a horizontal line with a vertical line. That's it there. Axe, Jin, is 3-element tangent code, sharp, keen, shrewd, catty. And that's the point there. I said it has 3 symbols. The maximum code length for characters tangent input code is 5. It can vary between 1 and 5 elements. The next shape is a box shape with a horizontal line. So we go to the top to the Easy Lookup menu. Go to the box menu, scanning down, looking for anything. Look, horizontal line. Click on it. Click on it. It is the character for sun, R. It had 2. It's its own tangent input system. It's its own tangent input code. A, sun. I wonder what B is. Day, daytime, daily, day of the month. Japan, Japanese. Next symbol is a cover shape with 2 horizontals. So we click on that. To go to the Easy Lookup menu, we click on the cover shape. The very first derivative has 2 horizontal lines. We click on it again. It's a symbol for month or moon, Yue. Oh, and look, it's its own kanji input code, and it is B. So sun is A, moon is B. Means monthly, female, menses, calendar, platform, like in a train station platform. Next character is 2 parts, left and the right, has a cross shape to the left. The cross shape has, could call this, think of this as a hat shape below the horizontal. So go into the cross Easy Lookup key part of the, so go into the cross Easy Lookup key. And scanning down the vertical list, we're looking for a cross shape with a hat shape below it. So this is a hat shape with a box above it. So scanning across here, oh look, here, cross shape with 2 legs below it with a hat shape below it. So scanning down, it's a 2-part character. The right part has a horizontal line with a cover below it. But between them there's a hat shape. So horizontal line, here we are. We're looking at the Easy Lookup Keys sub-index, or here we are looking at the Easy Lookup Keys to the left. Horizontal line with a cover beneath it. Well, it's not there. Oh, sorry. So here we are, the horizontal line scanning across. Here's a horizontal line, it has a cover beneath it, and joining them is a hat shape. So clicking on it has the meaning handle. This pronunciation Bing. It's got a 4-part character code, 4-part kanji input code, tanja. And the first part is the left part of the character. The second part, the first part of that is a horizontal line at the top. Then there's a hat shape, and then at the bottom there's this shape, which is actually in the Easy Lookup System part of the cover, which is the bottom of the right side of the character. Now we have another box shape, this one with a cross shape within it. So going to the very top, going to the cross Easy Lookup submenu, going to the box Easy Lookup menu, and scanning down, and there's actually a box with a cross shape in it. Click on it. So see here how it's to the left of some variations. It has the meaning field, and it again is its own tangent input code, W. You could think of field being wide, hence W. Also means arable, cultivate, farm. This next character can be divided into a top and bottom part. The top part has a slant stroke and a horizontal line and a dot. The second part of this top stroke is also a slant, horizontal line and a dot. So two duplicated characters in the top part. So let's go to the top and go to the slant menu. So we're looking first of all for a horizontal line. So looking at the derivatives, here's a horizontal line scanning across the variations. Look, 2-part character, horizontal line with a vertical, horizontal line with a vertical. Maybe that's it. We look down, look, these are the top part of our character. So now let's look at the bottom part. It's a slant with a cross shape below it. The cross shape has a hat shape below it. So looking at the cross submenu, looking for a cross shape with 2 legs. Oh no, wrong. So let's look at the slant. So we're looking for a slant with a cross shape below it and 2 legs here, right at the end. Smile, 3-part code, 3-part tangent input code. The very last character is a cross shape with 2 legs. That corresponds to the bottom part of the character. Anyway, smile, laugh, laugh at. Next, and this is actually our final character, we have 2 dots at the very top, or a hat stroke. Below the hat stroke is a horizontal. So let's go to the hat menu. So we're looking for 2 dots with, and here's a point, the hat stroke, the 2 strokes angle down and in. So these angle down and out. Here they angle down and in, a horizontal stroke. Horizontal stroke with cross shape, or let's have a look. Horizontal stroke, 2 horizontal strokes below it, and a vertical. So horizontal, 2 horizontals below it and a vertical. This looks like it here. So this is actually, this first row is a cross shape with 2 horizontals. Next along, so we're actually looking for, below this top shape, we're looking for a cross shape with 2 legs, and that's our character there. Oh, look, beautiful. 3-part tangent input code, happy, captivating, handsome, fine, attractive. So let's look at using the Chinsym Chinese Character Dictionary to look up Chinese characters. I should mention it's a PDF, over 5,000 characters, has 6 indexes. The entries also include the radical, so the radical shape, the radical number, also stroke count. So that there is the Chinsym Chinese Character Dictionary, and using it to look up Chinese characters.